In this update, I'm going to give a quick overview of the AuthorAID project, and then I'm going to outline a few new developments, and finally, I'm going to show you some ways in which you can offer your support. So, what is AuthorAID? AuthorAID was set up about 7 years ago, and it aims to support developing country researchers in writing up and publishing their research. And it does this in a number of ways. One of the key ways is through training programs in research writing skills, so both in a face-to-face setting and also through online courses. It also does this through mentoring, both formal mentoring through the AuthorAID online mentoring system on the AuthorAID website, also through informal mentoring through the AuthorAID discussion list, through networking opportunities, free resources, and also small grants for researchers to travel to conferences or to present at workshops. And if you'd like to find out more, our website is www.authораid.info. So one of the things that Julie mentioned in her presentation earlier was our aim of embedding research writing skills at the institutional level. And what this means in practice is that we're working with institutions in our partner countries to run semester-long research writing courses, or in some instances, workshops on a regular basis. So, for example, at the University of Dodoma, they're going to be running a course every semester for their new staff. It also means that we're providing training in delivering these courses. And the trainers have to go through a competitive selection process. They then get accepted onto a 1-week pedagogy course, which is preceded by a 5-week online course in actually delivering the content. Something else we've been working on is pre- and post-assessments to test understanding of core concepts of research writing. And we've decided to follow a true-false format for this. And one of the reasons is because it would be easy for both us to administer and for our partners to administer. Where the context allows, so where internet access is good and where there are plenty of computer terminals for researchers, we encourage blended learning courses. And by this, we mean delivery of the content in both a face-to-face and an online format. To ensure buy-in, we ask the institutions to sign an agreement with us, and they also receive some funding to support the setup of the training. These are the countries where we've either started the embedding process or we're planning to start the process this year. So it's Ghana, Ethiopia, Sri Lanka, Tanzania, and Pakistan. Mentoring is a key component of the AuthorAID programme, and we've been working with Activate to develop a new mentoring system. Now, the reason for this is because the old system was a little bit clunky, and the new system makes it much easier for researchers to contact each other and also to stipulate the kind of support that they're looking for. It's also much easier with the new system for us to collect statistics. This was always a challenge before, but now, for example, we know that since the beginning of the year, we've had over 300 requests for mentors, and we've had over 700 requests for other forms of support. We've also just introduced a Mentor of the Year award, and as I mentioned before, there's informal mentoring through the AuthorAID discussion list. Another key priority is e-learning, and here are some e-learners at St. John's University in Tanzania, which Elizabeth knows very well. So far, we've had 6 courses on research writing, well, since August 2012, and this includes the mini MOOC, which Julie was talking about earlier. The courses are built on the Moodle platform, and the reason for this is partly because Moodle is low bandwidth, or lower bandwidth than the other platforms, but also because it offers some really nice learner-centred activities, such as peer assessments and also discussion forums. The courses are free, but there's a very competitive selection process for each course, and we always receive many more applications than we can accept, and this was part of the reason for us setting up a mini MOOC. The courses so far have been completed by more than 400 researchers in over 30 developing countries, and 80% of those participants went on to complete the course. We've also had some excellent feedback. So here are some quotes from some e-learners. This is Harriet Akronepa from the University of Ghana, who did actually one of our pilot proposal writing courses, and she said, "I think the lessons were awesome." And Edith Wakida from Uganda said, "AuthorAID was like a stepping stone. It introduced me to online study and gave me the confidence to do something bigger." So what do AuthorAID researchers go on to do after they've received support? Well, Harriet Akronepa used the skills that she got from her proposal writing course to actually secure more funds for her nutrition project. That's it on the left there. Dr. Roylan Beanie in the middle, she won a Best Poster Award at an international conference. And the picture at the end there with the girl and the water represents Dr. David Masoka's sanitation project. And with an AuthorAID travel grant, he was able to go to a regional conference and share the results of his research. Of course, one of the most important outputs is publication in international journals and national journals, we have to stress too. Here you can see a research is published in the Malaria Journal. They publish all over, and we've had hundreds of papers as an outcome of AuthorAID support. Now, the big question that most people ask me is, how can I help? And the big answer is, we need more mentors. We're always looking for more mentors. This isn't a new thing. So I encourage publishers and editors to ask your editorial board members, your society members, your colleagues, researchers, anyone really, to sign up to become a mentor at AuthorAID.info. You can also get lots of interesting information and access to our blogs, etc. there too. I also encourage you to run AuthorAID ads or banners on your journal homepages. And you can also sponsor AuthorAID workshops or small grants. Many of you are already working very well with us to do these kind of activities, but please keep up the good work. Librarians, you can direct your researchers to the resources on the website, and you can also ask your colleagues to sign up as mentors. Librarians are really essential. They're particularly useful for things like literature reviews or systematic reviews, such as Rachel was mentioning earlier. And everyone, please follow us on Twitter, and you can tweet about AuthorAID, you can tweet about your own involvement. You can also spread the word at internal events and conferences. So what's in it for you, and what's in it for your organisations? Well, hopefully, better quality submissions, and in the long term, a small contribution to international development. And finally, last but not least, that warm fuzzy feeling that comes from knowing you've supported an early career researcher. So, thank you.